Hello and welcome back everybody to the channel, and join me in today's review and test drive of a new for 2025 model year facelifted Hyundai Tucson. Before we go any further in the review, special thanks to Grand Auto and their Hyundai dealership for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. Back everybody, like I said earlier, in today's review we have the new for 2025 model year Hyundai Tucson, one of the most popular family SUVs. In my country you can choose 4 different trim levels with this particular model: style, premium, premium plus and the luxury. On top of that, you can also spec it with the N-line sporty bits. Let's start this exterior walk around with a front-end design and details. We have the biggest changes here with the exterior design, and that is of course the new grille design and also the new approach for the daytime running lights. If you remember, with a pre-facelifted model we have additional lights over here. With the this facelifted model we have a different design for the daytime running lights and also different approach for the LED turn signals. I will put the car on later in the video so you'll see those in action. And below everything that, we have the LED headlights. Another detail in the front parking sensors, always useful feature with these SUVs. And of course, being a family-friendly SUV, we have these wheel arches finished in that robust plastic material, which indicates you can go a little bit of off-roading without damaging your paint. And this particular model comes with the 18-inch wheels and tires, some type of two-tone in design with a dark gray inner sections. Also keyless go system, gloss black B pillars and tinted rear windows, always nice and useful feature, especially now in the summer months, with some type of chrome details on the upper section. Back we have some type of small rear spoiler with a shark antenna on a roof and very clever design for the rear wiper below that rear spoiler. Here in the center we can see above the license plate the rear parking camera, Hyundai detail on a driver's side and Tucson on a passenger, with a 2 rear exhaust tips and rear parking sensors. This particular model is powered by a 1.6 liter petrol engine. There is also a hybrid and plug-in hybrid option. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the exterior design of a new facelifted Hyundai Tucson. What is your favorite exterior bit? And for now, let's focus on the practicality test of this particular model, because this is a family-friendly SUV. But before that, I will show you the key. So around 558 liters of boot space you get with this particular Hyundai Tucson. You can fold down these rear seats individually. Some useful hooks here in the front and also in the back. Similar approach on a passenger side. One LED light here with a 12-volt socket. Overall, I think very usable amount of boot space and practical design. Now we will see the rear seats. We go and sit on these rear seats. We need to check the rear door opening angle, which is pretty wide. I have to say I'm about 184 centimeters. I think there will be no problems for me. A couple of things worth mentioning here in the back. In the center part, some storage, electronic operated rear windows, and maybe on a door pockets you can put 1/2 liter bottle. This is the view in. Isofix anchor points on each side with a center armrest and 2 cup holders. From a rear seats of a new Hyundai Tucson facelifted model, in the center we have lights, also some hooks on a driver's side, behind the driver and also behind the passenger seat. There are some useful storage if you need to put some maybe tablets or papers or something like that. Overall, one detail I forgot to mention: 2 USB-C charging ports here on this center tunnel. Overall, if you need to carry, let's say, 2 adults of my size, like I said earlier, I'm about 184 centimeters, 79 kilograms, no problem at all. Welcome now from a passenger front seat. Let's talk a little bit about the materials and its design. 1 air vent on a far left with 2 air vents in the center, foamy materials and some type of soft plastic here on the upper dash. Extra storage in front of me. That is very clever design. With this center part there are some useful shortcuts, physical buttons. That is always nice to see. gear selector for this 7-speed DCT with this particular model, some USB charging ports, a little bit of extra storage, and also underneath the center armrest, which is finished in leather, and 2 cup holders. Here in the front you can see now the digital dials in action with the traffic sign recognition system and the center infotainment system. More of that in a second. First thing first, let's talk a little bit about this steering wheel and its design. With a facelifted model we have this new approach with the Hyundai, these 4 dots. All the buttons on a steering wheel are still physical buttons. That is one nice feature. All the cruise control features, of course, and the buttons are on a far left side with some media controls on a right side. Additional air vent on a far left. This is completely new design with the facelifted model. If you remember, with a pre-facelifted model, pre-facelifted one, we have the center infotainment system here in the center part. Now we have this curved screen, very interesting to look at. Let's talk a little bit about this infotainment system in general. This is the navigation, also traffic sign recognition system. I will not go through all details of the center infotainment system, just some interesting bits so you can see everything in action. This is your home screen navigation with a media, shortcuts, phone, and so on. If I press it over here, yes, now this is the home screen navigation, media, phone. You can connect everything, of course, and these are probably 2 the most important bits. And I've said earlier, you have some shortcuts here for the climate control features. Always a great thing to see that the climate control features are not integrated in the center infotainment system. These are, of course, physical buttons with some screens over here and some extra shortcuts. Overall, I think this is very good center infotainment system, because you have, it's very large in size, also it's very easy to read out, and you have these physical shortcuts, especially for the climate control features, separated for from the center infotainment system. Overall, let me know in the comment section what you think about this interior design of a new Hyundai Tucson, and what is your favorite part. As I've promised you earlier, I will put the lights on, and I will put the hazard lights on, so we will see those in action. So these are now the halogen turn signals in the back with the LED rear lights. Let's go quickly check here in the front. Of course, LEDs on a side mirrors. And now you can see the new design for the daytime running lights, and also the LED turn signals with reflector headlights. One detail, safety feature I forgot to mention here, we have the blind spot monitoring system. And welcome now to a point of view test drive of this new facelift for 2025 model year Hyundai Tucson, powered by a 1.6 liter petrol engine. A couple of interesting details I have to point out before we go for a test drive, because I've tested this particular model already if you watch my channel regularly, and also I did some few kilometers from a dealership here to a parking lot. Seating position a little bit raised up. Of course, you sit higher than in the standard hatchback, which probably 99% of potential buyers will definitely appreciate. You have a very nice view in front of you. Like we saw earlier, we have the front parking sensors and also the rear parking sensors with a camera. More of that in a second. Huge side mirrors, left and right. It's very easy to see everything, and also we have the blind spot monitoring system. Speaking about some usability and ease of driving, from my seating perspective, this armrest over here is very soft, is actually on the ideal position, similar like the center armrest, which is very wide for a pretty small vehicle, I have to say. Also, sometimes with the SUVs you have that very intimidating feeling when you are driving around the urban environment. With this particular model, I think it's perfectly sized. This is a compact SUV, so it's not huge and intimidating to drive. I promised you I will show you now the parking capabilities, of course, of this particular model. Some type of bird-eye view camera, but this will just indicate the front and rear parking sensors. This is the rear camera. I will show you how everything operates. And now you can see as I'm turning, you have these arrows that helps. Okay. And that's it overall. Like I said earlier, really big side mirrors, very easy to see left and right, and of course the rear camera is very useful. For now, let's go for a short test drive, of course. And you can probably see already as I'm turning this steering wheel, very easy. It's a very light steering wheel. This is something you will definitely appreciate with these parking maneuvers, and especially if you are living in the urban environment. If you are doing maybe quite a lot of city driving, you can maybe go for the full hybrid model. And also if you are maybe a company driver or you are buying as a company vehicle, the plug-in hybrid model is another great thing to do or maybe to choose. But for the probably 80% of potential buyers of this Tucson that are planning to buy it as a family vehicle, I would highly recommend to go for this with this actually 1.6 liter purely petrol powered unit with a, of course, 7-speed DCT. Speaking about the 7-speed DCT, this is a very short test drive, but overall it works absolutely fine in this urban environment. Speaking about the urban environment, you can maybe now hear and feel a little bit of rough roads. We saw earlier this particular model comes with the 18-inch wheels and tires, very soft suspension, and I have to say these tires are probably ideal for this vehicle. Looks nice, but also feels and drives very well, especially because the tire size is a 235, if I remember correctly, 45/18, which is great, and it's not very expensive to buy. We will go here on the exit on a roundabout. Even though this is a very short test drive, we need to talk a little bit about the fuel consumptions overall. Of course, this is a family-friendly SUV. From the other reviews and tests, I read that you can expect anywhere from 7 to 9 liters with this particular powertrain, combined with a 7-speed DCT. If you have this particular model with the, of course, a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, let us in the comment section below what is your average fuel consumption. And for the very end of a video, I have to say again, big thanks to Grand Auto and their Hyundai dealership for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video and wish you all a very nice day.